I'm the Messiah, I could prove it. If you have any, well, if you have any illness at all that isn't on the surface of your skin, i.e., you know, like sagging skin, because that's not an illness, or baldness, acne, eczema, stuff like that. That's all surface level stuff that can be proven if it goes away. But to remain hidden, God is willing to alleviate any illness you have, any one at all, okay? Sounds too good to be true, but there is a God, and he's making his move right now through me because I'm the Messiah. All you have to do, and keep an open mind when I say this, because it's going to sound like the most ridiculous thing ever, but it makes sense when you think about it from God's standpoint. He deals in rules. There are 10 of them that he's ever given to humanity, okay? The 11th thing that I'm going to say as a paradigm, as a paradigm shift, as an adjustment to the way to look at the world, is that we are all alone in the universe. There's no aliens out there. It's just us on Earth and God, okay? We're one big family. Now he is offering health to be restored to you as long as you can't see it, i.e. on the surface of your skin, and he's not going to regrow amputated limbs, okay? That's not going to happen. But anything under the skin that is an illness, think asthma, think cancer, think, bacterial infections, stuff like that, it will go away, all right? Your health will be restored if you do the following. All you have to do is take out your phone, if you have one. If not, you can borrow one from someone else. You're going to list off any sin of the 10 commandments, anytime you've broken one of those, anytime at all. It doesn't matter if you thought about it or if you actually did it in your mind or in your actions. Go through each one, dig deep. The first one, for example, says there's one God. That means one thing that's all-powerful, all in control. So if you ever felt like you were all-powerful or in control and knew everything, then you've broken that commandment. I've done that too. It's not a big deal. Or if you valued something above God, like money, it's normal. People do that, but just think in those terms, right? Imagine your God judging yourself. It's Judgment Day, people. It's not a big deal. It's a statistical study. We're going to prove the existence of God through health miracles. Go through each one, list out every time you've ever committed a sin. Do it on camera, just like I'm doing now, and then upload it to the internet. And coincidentally, your illness will go away. He has a reason for every illness, but those illnesses can be alleviated when you identify the reason. It sounds nuts, but think about it. The power of the mind, placebo effect you've heard of, Hawthorne Effect. These things are watered down versions of God. He exists and he's making his move now, okay? All he requires is the 10 commandments, that's it. And if you are on a mission to help spread this word and give him the recognition he deserves, i.e. posting a full confession online, and even better, posting a follow-up saying, hey, wow, coincidentally, my asthma went away. My brain cancer went away. Okay? And readjust your mind. Just so it's almost like this is a totally new reality here, because he's making his move in a way that no one has ever experienced in 2018 or in the last 2,000 years. But look at the world from now on as if you're a child and you're learning about everything around you. A child's typically not, a baby's, a toddler or whatever, isn't racist. You know what I mean? It's not like judging people saying, I'm better than you, or, this is a whatever. I'm not judging racists. I'm not trying to be a dick here. I'm just educating you on how the system actually works. Look at it like you're a child from now on, after you do this process. And thank him, say, wow, I can't believe you were actually there the whole time, and he's going to, And if you really want to take it to the next level, after you make your video, upload all your sins, you can't leave one out, by the way. I tried that. I left a couple out, and when I finally identified it, then I could breathe again. Other people have just done this all in. but you can't miss one. So it may take 12 hours or 5 hours or whatever, but your illness will go away. Now, bones, like if you broke a leg, that's not gonna, I don't know because I haven't tried it, but structurally bone, that's not an illness. But if you have bone cancer, that's an illness. You see the difference? Anyway, those will coincidentally go away. But when you upload your video, your health is restored, and just don't lose sight of it. Don't, when you upload your video, give it a little time. It could take a week or so, but maybe it takes a minute or 2 minutes. You're gonna be blown away by this. Anytime you have any sort of pang, like, there's like a quick pain in my ankle or a quick pain in my side, don't think about the physical pain. Think about the thought you just had as that pain occurred. It's real time. Now, I know this because in order for me to figure out my role as the Messiah, I had a huge experience that happened as I had one thought, and the thought was, we're all alone in the universe. And he went with the finger of God, boop. You wouldn't see it, but it was almost like imagine if God with his finger tapped your forehead. Jews say you're the anointed one because of it. Well, it would be like an explosion going off in your head saying, oh my gosh, it confirms what I just thought, and you realize there's God. Things pixelated for me. And it felt like a huge light bulb went off in my head. And I knew it was God. But my point is, when you have any feeling, sensation, a pang in their side, whatever it is, don't think about the pain. Think about immediately what was that thought I had, and it means revise it. And if you keep having the same wrong way of thinking, he keeps trying to revise you more and more and more by some sort of illness occurs. It could be a mental illness, it could be anxiety, it could be depression, whatever, okay? Or it's a physical illness. He has a lot of tools in his kit. He's not trying to punish you, he's trying to guide you back to your perfect role in this system. So if you have any sort of illness at all, mental or physical, this is all you have to do. And once you do that process and you upload it and don't lose faith in him. It's okay, everyone doubts, everyone loses faith, but just remind yourself he exists and he's gonna keep improving your health until it's restored. And there's one last thing. If you follow every coincidence, like the coincidence of, I have a pain in my knee, what was that thought? And coincidentally, it was something different than he wanted for you. Other coincidences, like I'm on Park Avenue right now. People you see, I'm like your old roommate. Or, oh cool, like that's my old boss. When you see those coincidences, there's an explosion nearby, whatever it may be. When you see them, they're like little breadcrumbs. You have to evaluate them, and they're customized just for you. And someone would say, oh no, but they could be walking by. And yes, they are. That person just happened to go by, but because God has influence over everything, he can adjust it so when your eyes look up, she happens to be right there based off a stoplight turning or the walk sign going or whatever it is. I know it's on a clock and time, but that was all pre-planned. And he knows where you're gonna be, what you're gonna be looking at in real time, all the time. So, he can adjust for those things. And in doing so, it keeps him hidden, but it's a breadcrumb taking you to exactly where you wanna be. And I know this because I followed every single coincidence, and it led me to cure all illness, all of it, because of this method. And you'll say, well, that's not impossible. Medicine tracks the method at which illness occurs, not the cause of any of it. All illness is caused by breaking a sin in either thought or action. That's it. That's the big thing. We're all alone. There is a God. It's just us and him, and we have the whole universe to ourselves. We own all of it as human beings. And this is his gift to us, because when we're way out there in the far reaches of whatever galaxy, we're gonna need a way to have him communicate with us what we should and shouldn't be doing, because you can't communicate with someone in 4 galaxies over in real time. But God, because he created the whole universe, he can. And the reason I'm here now is because we're going intergalactic, and there's now talk of having a militarized space force in a place that has no threat. We own it all. You see that? So I'm here now to say God exists. I'm just telling you the rules. I did it in under 10 minutes. have fun with it, guys. It's heaven on earth time.